Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome to another episode of Next Step Espresso, your daily shot of fitness. We are on episode 453. When you are going through a fat loss phase, you might get hungry. It's as plain and simple as that, right? You might get hungry. And a lot of the time, that is a sign that you are in a calorie deficit and you are heading toward your goals. But a lot of the time, hunger is a sign your body needs food and can be difficult to ignore and difficult to overcome. And potentially, there are days where you might be more hungry than others. This might be because of more exercise, or it could be an issue with the food that you are choosing to eat. So, if we think about food on a spectrum, because there are no good or bad foods, but if we think of food around the higher calorie, lower nutrient type fun foods, and then we've got more of your higher nutrient, lower calorie foods like lean meat, fruits and veggies, starchy carbs, those kind of things. Even within this spectrum, we'll have foods that have a different level of filling you up. So today, I wanted to give you 5 high volume foods that you can use in your weight loss journey. And the first one would be crunchy vegetables, right? And it's so boring. I can hear you turning off your app already, but it's true, right? Think about how many grams of broccoli, cauliflower, carrots, spinach, all of those things that you can have for not very many calories, right? So when you are looking to lose fat, something that we tell our clients to do is imagine your plate in front of you, half of that, just fill it up with as much veg as you can. And I'm a big fan of frozen veggies for that reason. Cauliflower, broccoli, carrots, those things you get from the supermarkets, absolute lifesavers when it comes to just banging on mixed veg in a meal and increasing your food volume. Food number 2 is popcorn, right? Interestingly, popcorn, when studied, can introduce quite a filling effect, right? Participants felt quite full after a small amount of popcorn, very, very high volume for the amount. So you can get a lot of it for the amount. Now I'm talking about, plain popcorn or salted popcorn as opposed to toffee and chocolate covered delights that you can get these days. But they're reasonably low calorie, quite high volume, and they pack some fiber in there as well. So actually, really great for getting more fiber in, which can improve your digestion. Potatoes would be the third food, which are really, really, really high fiber. They're really, really low carb per 100 grams, really. So only 20 grams of carbs per 100 grams of potato. So you can get a ton of potato for not that many calories. And again, because of that volume that covers, it can fill you up for longer. Number 4, as I talked about the spectrum earlier, lean meats and lean fishes, things like chicken breast, cod, and other lean meats, turkey. You can get a lot of that in the very low calorie. They keep protein again, it keeps you fuller for longer and is a really great way to get in some plenty of nutrients as well into your diet. And then food number 5 is anything that has got a high water content. So drinking plenty of water throughout the day, not just good for hydration, but can be good to keep you fuller. And a lot of the time when you're thirsty, it might manifest as hunger. So always good to drink some water before you decide to eat some food. But any food that's high in water, so this is where fruit comes in, this is where fresh soups come in. And if you can make yourself meals with water content in, like stews and casseroles where you're using just simple meat stock, because you're filling yourself up with a lot of water, can help keep you fuller for longer, fuller, and keep you filled up, which is really, really useful when you're trying to lose fat. So you've got crunchy veggies, popcorn, potatoes, lean meats and fishes, and any foods high in water. They are 5 foods, guys, that you want to be getting in during your fat loss phase. Thank you as always for listening to today's episode of Next Step Espresso. If you've enjoyed it, please share it around to those who you think might find it useful. Don't forget to hit subscribe on the podcast you're listening to, or if you're watching on YouTube, hit subscribe, share it with other people, and I'll see you again tomorrow for another episode of the Flat White Chronicles.